So Ankur, do you want to start now, or you want to give a couple of minutes for others to join before you start?
We're okay to wait for a couple of minutes, Agama, and then we can start off.
All right. So while we're waiting for others to join us, it'd be great to actually have a feel of how you feel. I mean, the students. How does it feel like to actually get to the end of this unit masters cohort? If you'd like to speak, I can very much unmute you. Otherwise, you can put it in the chat. How does it feel to
Yeah, Ansela has something to ask, so maybe okay. Ansela, you can unmute yourself now.
Yes, greetings everyone. I just want to say that this course has been so much more than I anticipated. I have thoroughly enjoyed learning, and Unit Masters has brought us the best speakers every week. I was more and more impressed with the speakers that we had. So I'm so glad that Dr. Tammy Francis shared this with me. I'm glad that I enrolled, and I'm so happy to have also connected with Disruptor DAO. So kudos to Unit Masters.
Kudos to you, Ansela, for having this far as well. Okay, Agama, do you suggest we get started now? Or do you want to wait for another, it's 2 minutes over? Yes, I'm just putting my LinkedIn in the chat till then. If anyone wishes to connect, please feel free to do that. Has everyone in the group right now created their unit network profile? If not, Agama, why don't, while we're waiting for a minute or two, then just share the link so people can quickly sign up as well. If someone hasn't, it's great to see that people have signed up.
Great, Shana?
Okay, shall we get started, Agama? Or do you
Yeah,
want to wait?
sure. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
So
perfect.
welcome everyone to today's demo workshop session with Ankur Vaid, who is Unit Network co-founder. Ankur will introduce himself and tell us more about himself and how he got into blockchain and Web3. And after that, he's going to make a presentation on the Unit Network platform. Thank you very much, Ankur, for joining us today.
Thank you for that introduction, Agama. Hi everyone, really excited to be here. We see a few known faces already. People have come back for another cohort, so thank you for that, and kudos for coming this far, everyone. So I won't take too much time, but quickly talk about my uh, short journey. So I've been a startup founder for almost 15 plus years. I'm based out of India, Mumbai, and I had a few startups under my belt. From my first startup was in December 2007. It was basically chauffeurs on demand so that people don't drink and drive. It was prior to Uber days. I had it 14 years running, shut shop when suspended operations rather when COVID hit us, and so along the way I was looking at some change and researching, and that's where I'd actually heard about blockchain, and not so much about blockchain but Bitcoin in back in 2011, but I never really bothered about it until Jan 2020, right? So that's when I made my first investment in starting off with Bitcoin, and started digging in deeper, started researching, started listening to YouTube influencers as my starting point, and I felt I was a genius because I got the mid of the bull run in Jan 2020, and whatever I was investing in was like 6xing, 7xing, and I'm like, what is really going on? And I felt like a genius. But then obviously the crash came, and then happy realizations to everyone. But along the 6 months, I really liked the underlying narrative of trustless protocols, no intermediary, peer-to-peer uh, processes, and most of all, I loved the vibrant communities that I was coming across. So I decided to dig in deeper. That's when I stumbled upon Unit Masters, like a lot of you guys have. I went through the program twice myself. That's where my journey in Web3 really began. Started learning more, started talking to the team. I joined the team in September 21, Unit Network, and today I'm leading Unit Masters and the global strategy and partnerships for Unit Masters. And so that's my journey in Web3, and we all are still learning. It's still very, very early days. I think we have another 2 to 3 years before we see starting of mass adoption. So kudos to everyone who've made it this far, and you're ahead of the curve to begin with, and we have a lot to learn ahead as well. So without taking too much time, I'll quickly share my screen, and uh, I'll run through the Unit Network platform, just at a high level concept. You can see the different various features, and you can also see how easy it is to create your own token economy on the Unit Network. And so in Unit Masters, so far you've completed topics like what are the different ecosystems, what is decentralized, what is distributed ledger technologies, the different ecosystems. You've studied about the various exchanges out there, and stakeholders and what different roles they play in in this whole space. So let me start. Everyone can see my screen, right? Just uh, you can see my screen, right, everyone? Okay. So I've already logged into my app, my account, and what you're seeing is my live wallet on Unit Network. And over here, you can see all the total different tokens that I hold in on Unit Network. So you can see I have some art industry tokens. I have Thorn. Thorn is a co-founder at Unit Network. He's also a rock band. He's part of a rock band, and he intends to release his band token at some point on Unit Network. Michael Healy is you've heard Michael Healy in the previous weeks, and it was Michael's brainchild, Unit Network, since he's been carrying this since 2013, 2014, and literally like he's the main visionary, and he's brought all the other co-founders together. We have some city tokens. So we have New York, Mumbai. Joe is another co-founder. We have the hotel industry. Superverse is a DAO built on Unit Network. We have the movie token. We have Bali, so on and so forth. So I won't go through all the tokens that I have, but just a brief, and I will get into the main native token of Unit, which is the Unit Network. Right. So yeah, so this is an overview of the features I'm going to go through, and then I'll show you how you can also create your own token and what are the different features that you can use on Unit Network. So when you enter any token, you get an overview of what that token is, right? So if I'm just going into the overview tab over here, you can see who's the creator, when was it created, what is the total supply of the tokens, what is the current circulating supply of the tokens. So you can see that currently unit has 14% of its total supply in circulation at the moment, and you can see the market cap. The market cap diluted means what is the overall market valuation based on the total supply of tokens that we have, and the market cap circulating is what is the current valuation based on the tokens that are currently circulating in the market. Then we have an exchange price you can look at, you have various socials you can look at, and we have a pool value. We'll dig into what the pool value is. I'm sure you have heard of the term how a decentralized exchange works. So we'll get into that later. And you can have like, you have your Telegram, you have your Instagram, YouTube channel, in LinkedIn and Twitter links over here. You can see a box here which says sale. So whenever there is a sale from the bank, it comes in over here, and you can have various levels of sale prices, which is from the token bank that you've created. So this is the token bank. Again, if you go inside the bank, you can, so like a bank, you can use this to pay salaries, exchange money, pay your vendors, and so on. And you can also use this to transfer money to the treasury from the bank, right? I'll dig in what a treasury is, but this is what the bank is. So if you can see, the total supply again is 1 billion, and the circulating supply, as we saw, was 14 million at this point of time. If I got that number correct, sorry. I think it's 141 million, sorry, not 14 million. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Then we have the treasury. Now, the treasury is something we take pride in, and which is something which is unique to the unit network. Now, what happens with the treasury? Now, we are actually contemplating also, we are discussing internally whether we should change this name from treasury to something else, because a treasury can be misleading, because most of the DAOs and projects out there, treasury means a place where we hold money to be spent, right? In unit's case, this is not what happens in the treasury. In the treasury, once the funds are sent to the treasury, it acts as if for a floor price, right? So whatever funds are sent to the treasury, they are locked, and that is what is backing the token that the treasury belongs to. So for example, currently you can see the treasury balance is 4.75 million in these assets. So we have, let me say, so we have 143 Bitcoins, which is 3.2 million. We have 648 Ethereums, which is 1 million something, and all these other 6 assets, which are backing the value of unit token. So what it does is, and whatever funds are sent to the treasury, they are locked. No one can use this money, but only the token holders can redeem from this treasury to the value of the unit, in this case, the unit tokens that someone holds. So this, in essence, effect acts like a floor price and gives you the provision to back your token with digital assets, right? Which is lacking in the industry at this point, because we have only the speculative pricing, which is purely based on demand, supply, and hype, right? But this feature here, as an investor or a vendor or a service provider, you can see how healthy or unhealthy a particular project is via this feature. So that's what the treasury does on unit. Then you can see the leaderboard, you can see the community holders or unit token holders. So currently we have 3,269 holders globally. You can go through all the profiles over here. You can see what the holdings are. You can actually go inside the profile and study the profile. So you can study how the vibrant community, at least the top 10, maybe the top 20 holders of any coin, right, on the platform, and then decide whether this is for yourself, whether this is a community for you or not. Similarly, you can see the team members, the active team members of unit. You can again go down into their profile and study what does each do in unit and in otherwise, what have they done, etc. The profile, everything is here visible and transparent. And we have currently we have 17 active advisors also listed, which is again visible for everyone. The bank holders, we don't need to go right now. We don't need to go into right now. So this is the first step of the overview. Now, what I didn't explain was the bond staking, which is basically if you have some unit, you can go into the bond staking, lock up your units, and earn a 10% yield annually. And and if you wish to unstake your tokens, it takes a 28-day unstaking timelines, and that 28 days you do not get any rewards. So that's a simple bond staking. And moving on to the exchange. Now, can anybody tell what are the two different types of decentralized exchanges that exist? Just quickly, if someone can either raise the hand or put it in the chat. What are the two different types of decentralized exchanges? Anyone? No. So Martin, centralized and decentralized is fine, but we're talking about, say, decentralized exchange. There are two types of decentralized. Okay, because automated market makers. Okay, Chanel, I'll just touch up upon that in a minute. Anyone else? So Vikas gets it right. Automated market makers. And what's the second type? Does anyone know? Okay, aggregators decks, but that's not really the answer. So basically, we have automated market makers and we have order books, right? So if you've not studied about this in the content, please go up, just go to YouTube, see what an automated market maker is, see what order book DEX is, and understand that concept. We choose to use an automated market maker for the simple reason that uh, and in an order book, you have you have to wait for someone else. So if you have a price, exactly. So if you have a price that you want to sell a token at, at the same time you need someone else to buy that token off you. So it kind of it's a little haphazard. It's not very seamless, right? So an automated market maker, we get a pool where the it's a you have the native token. You can mash it with any tokens. In our case, we use the unit token or the token that has been created, and USDU, which is units stable coin, right? And then people can just buy or trade against the pool, right? So you can buy and sell against a pool of money that is being kept on the decentralized exchange. And if people buy, the price goes up. If people sell, the price goes down. And also, the price is determined with the amount of liquidity that we have. So read up about it. A very good video to watch is Whiteboard Crypto on YouTube. It's a great channel. They have these animated videos. So look up Automated Market Maker on Whiteboard Crypto on YouTube and understand how this whole automated market maker really works. So I won't dive into the technicality of how an AMM works, but this is an AMM. It's the same technology used by Uniswap, 1inch, or any other decentralized exchange which uses the automated market maker. So you can buy, sell, you can provide liquidity over from here. And for providing liquidity, so whenever there's an exchange on Unit Network, we have a 2% fee, and 0.5% of that goes to the people who are providing liquidity on Unit Network. So I'll touch up upon, and 0.5% will go to the treasury. So every time there is an exchange, the treasury benefits, the liquidity providers benefit. 0.5 will go to the the unit token treasury, 0.5% will go to the token that is created that exchange. 0.5% will go to uh, uh, the referrer who's brought that exchange, and 0.5% will go to the liquidity providers. Sorry if I've confused anyone. Any questions so far?
So personally, I wanted to send out the link and I wanted the clarification. Oh, I think someone has dropped the whiteboard crypto. I want to be able to send it out to others on Telegram.
You want to send it or you won't be able to send it?
Yes, I'd like to send it. I have the link
Yeah,
now.
please. Please. Yeah, it's a great channel. Yeah. A lot of learnings, and they keep sending out new channels, and it's very easy to grasp onto the concepts. So yeah, please do that, Akam. Okay. Moving on. So every exchange that takes place is, again, you can see it over here. Right now, the volumes are a little low. It's also the bear market, but we're very, very early in our journey anyway. So coming to a bunch of community services that we have, I'll quickly run through this. So now these are all beta. They're the first version. We're going to completely revamp the look and feel of this whole platform, and how this looks at this point. The work is in progress as we speak. So you can run like auctions. You have a P2P. So if you don't want to use the exchanges, you can have like a peer-to-peer secondary trade over here. Any token creator can run contests and give out rewards. You can release white papers, research topics based on your project or thesis, or whatever your community is a part of. You can run polls. Now, this polls can be based on, you can predefine whether only token holders can vote or anybody can vote. All those permutations, combinations is given in the back end for the creator of the token. You can run events from here. Um, then you can have like a gift box where you can, put in like multiple assets in a gift, and then you send out those gifts out to people. You can have Q&A. You can grants or something like, so this works in a way where it's a crowd-funded grant. So suppose if a community member or a token creator wants to do some activity, right? Like say maybe let's take an example that, okay, unit masters, you want to create a sub unit masters uh, session, like session in your location, right? And you need some funds. So you come in, you can type in, I need a grant for hosting this event in Brazil, and you can put that here, and then as a community, people can come and fund that activity, right? So that's what grants will do. You can have subgroups like cohorts. Ranks is basically, you can the token holders. You can define ranks for token holders. Um, Again, you have rewards, so on and so forth. So I won't go through all of it, but you have these bunch of features. They're yet being built and tested, and these will keep iterating. Great. So this is like all the features that a token creator gets. And then I'll just come to the explore topic. This is where you can search all the tokens that are created on Unit Network. It's still in its nascent stage. We'll have a much better intuitive kind of a dashboard mechanism. They'll also have like a lot of um, uh, suggestive, based on your location, based on your interest, based on the tokens you hold. You'll get a lot of recommendations here, and you can purely search also. You can search for city tokens, industry tokens, crypto tokens, and also project tokens over here. Now, coming to one thing I've not touched up upon is the vaults. Now, the vaults is something which is, again, uh, very unique to Unit Network. and it's probably an industry first, and it could prove to be a game changer in the whole industry. One of the biggest threats today to a project is, they get hacked, and the funds kept in the treasury or the bank or in the company wallets gets drained out, right? So to mitigate that, and as a solution to that, is what our vaults do. Again, we have just the first phase of the vault's life. The second phase of it is yet being developed. But as a concept, what the vaults will do is decentralize the funds that are sent to unit network. So say suppose you send BTC to unit, as a unit holder, I can come and create a vault for BTC. So my units will get locked into my vault, and the BTC will go into my ledger or my personal wallet. And what the platform will get is BTCU. Now, what is BTCU? Is BTC on the unit chain, right? So it's wrapped into the unit network, and you as a depositor will get BTCU, and the BTC, which otherwise would have sat on the platform and subject to attacks, is actually sitting in my ledger or my Exodus or my Trust wallet. And anyone in the world can create this vault, whoever owns some unit. So this way, we are decentralizing the underlying assets that are sent to unit network. So I mean, again, not getting into the technicalities of it, but just to give you a gist, this is uh, can prove to be quite revolutionary because there is no central point of attack on unit network today. Okay, let's create a token right now. Let's say Vikas, I want to create. Okay, before that, is the vault like a cold wallet? What makes a vault safe? So, vault is not a cold wallet, but vault is uh, like it's a mechanism to like I just explained, right? So, vault is not holding anything other than just locking up units, and in essence, I have taken a loan for my units rather than selling my unit. And so that also helps with the selling pressure to be low on unit, because if I believe in the vision of unit, I'll rather lock it up into a vault and take some BTC out into my wallet. Till until I don't pay the BTC back, my units are locked in the vault. So I cannot use that units. That amount of unit is out of circulation, and which also gives you like a liquidity shock, which is healthy for the price. It reduces the sell pressure, which is good for the price. And most importantly, it's decentralizing the fund management, right? So that's the main purpose of the vault. Moving ahead, okay, let me create a Vikas demo token, right? That's it. I've just created a Vikas demo token. That's how simple it is. Obviously, it's very easy to create a token, but then how do you maintain that token? How do you decide your tokenomics? How do you onboard the right team? How do you market yourself? That's a different beast, right? That's where you need to spend like a lot of time and understand how this really works. But just to show you, like by default, we have 100,000 Vikas demo tokens, and all the features that I showed you are by default. Obviously, there's no movement at this point of time, so it'll be blank, but all the features that I ran through is already created by default. Now I can come here and I can edit. Now, if I want the token supply, I don't want 100,000. Maybe Vikas is a, a tycoon real estate owner, right? So maybe just 100 tokens is more than enough, right? Or Vikas is a YouTube influencer. Then you can have like, okay, let me have like a billion tokens. Like it depends. Really depends on who you are, what you're doing, what your business plan is, etc., etc. At this point, I'll just leave it at 100,000. Easily describe what you or your project is about. You can have your logo. You can have your website. Now, this is interesting. What Unit is also doing is we're building global communities. So we're building industry tokens and city tokens globally, all the major metros and all the leading industry, as you also saw in my wallet opening where we had like music, hotel, so on and so forth. So basically, say, let me take Vikas's example. Say Vikas is like a hotelier, right? And he's based in Dubai, for example. So industry would be hotel, and city would be Dubai. What this does is, uh, it'll also open up Vikas's token to the hotel community and industry and the Dubai hotel and industry. So you can expand your outreach by tapping into these uh, pre-existing communities that unit is building. So you can accept the token will accept unit hotel tokens, Dubai tokens, to get those communities to invest in your project or partner with your project, right? So I'll just leave it blank. Similarly, we have multiple stable tokens you can add over here. Uh, Agencies, I won't touch up upon it right now because it's not active. Similarly, you can have your socials, you can have Telegram, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube. You can have your pitch deck, TikTok. Now, team allocation and team sale, token sale allocation, right? So team allocation is basically out of the total supply, how much do you want to keep for the team and how much do you want to keep for sale, right? So you can maybe have whatever 20,000 and whatever you can decide, right? So that's how easy it is. You can define this and you can update it. Then you can come here, you can add your team members. Obviously, your team members need to be on the unit network. You add them over here. You can have a for adding a team member, you can give them, like a token allocation. You can define the cliff periods and the vesting periods over here. What I hope everyone knows what cliff investing is. So in case of unit network, we have we all the core team members get 1 million tokens, but it has a 3-year cliff period and 5-year vesting period. What it means is for 3 years, we do not get any of the tokens. They're all locked. After 3 years, we get 60% of the tokens, and the balance 40% is vested over the remainder of 2 years. So a total of 5 years, a core team member has to be working towards the network to gain 100% of the token allocation. So these kind of permutations, combinations can be added over here. Similarly, you can add advisors. Advisors, we're not promoting allocations yet. What else? Yeah, so that's okay. Now this is how you can decide your sale rounds, right? So you can have like your token sale rounds at various levels. So based on different prices and sorry, my net is a little, yeah. So you can define your stages over here. So say $1, you want to sell like only 10,000 tokens or 100,000 tokens. Who has access to these rounds? You can define, is it only for the team? Or you can define how much can each team member purchase, whether the advisors can purchase, how much can each advisor purchase, whether the community can purchase, and how much can each community member purchase. You can also reward people based on so if there's a referral link, you can have use those referral links. So if I've referred someone and someone purchases, you can define cash bonuses and token bonuses via this tool over here. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much an overview of unit network. And I'm going to, so right now, obviously there is, I'm going to delete this token because this was just a demo purpose. And so if I've created a token, and if even if one person gets that token, or that token has moved from the bank to even one person, then you cannot edit the total supply. Neither can you delete this token. But now, since we have not done anything, I can go ahead and delete the token. So I will not find Vikas unless there is someone who's created Vikas. No, there is no Vikas token. Yeah, sorry. That was my grandmother. Yeah, so that was my demo. Sorry, I don't know where did y'all uh I hope y'all caught the whole thing. I just realized my network kind of lost for a minute.
Yeah, Ankur, there are some questions here for you.
Yes, please.
Okay. And Shayna wants to know if Unit Ventures program deep dives into each of the fields that will help define the purpose of tokens accordingly.
Yeah, so great question. So we like Unit Masters, we have a Unit Ventures initiative as well, which is again a 6-week program, but it's highly specific to founders who or team members who are looking to create a token economy project, right? So it's right now. I mean, you can still apply for it, and still early days, so their selection process is not extremely strict, but eventually it's going to be, especially for founders and um, for founders and people who want to build a token economy. And in the 6 weeks, yeah, we do deep dive in you know how to make sustainable tokenomics. We touch up upon regulations and legal aspects. We touch up upon how to market yourself in Web3, how to onboard team members, how to distribute tokens, like the start to end of a token economy. And similar to Masters, we invite industry leaders to come and share light, and we've curated content for that. So please do sign up for Unit Ventures as well. Agama, if you could share the link for Unit Ventures, or maybe if you don't have it ready, then just talk to the team when is the next cohort and communicate in Telegram later on, please.
Right. So Vikas asked if this unit network platform supports an affiliate model for referrals.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I was trying to read as well.
Okay. Does the unit network platform support an affiliate model for referrals?
So we there are two kinds of affiliate. One is the people that you onboard onto Unit Network as a community. Every exchange, say suppose you onboarded me to Unit Network, and every exchange that I make, you get 0.5% of the fee that is generated through my exchange by default, right? So that's one. And the second is which is subject to only for the core team members and pioneers and advisors, that if we onboard participants, we get a success fee for every successful fundraise. Reason being, all the unit core team members are working for free. We do not take a salary, and that's a way of rewarding the unit team members but we don't have like a multi-level affiliate program. It's the referral program is subject to every exchange that happens. You get 0.5% of that exchange in perpetuity.
Awesome. So what are the methods to resolve issues like troubleshooting while doing operations on unit network platform? That's from Srinivasan.
I lost you in that trust.
Okay. Yes, someone wants to know if there are methods to resolve issues like troubleshooting while doing operations on the unit network platform.
So again, a great question, Srinivasan. Right now, we are whatever you saw was still a Web 2 version of what we want to be. So we are not deployed on the blockchain yet. We have the blockchain being built parallelly, being tested parallelly as we speak. And so now at this stage, edits, changes, support is provided. It can be made even if we make errors. But once we're on the blockchain, it is impossible to, if we've made any errors, then it's obviously impossible to change that. Uh, but uh, but so that's why we're not like, it's the ventures program and the unit masters program kind of share light and kind of help you understand the platform better. So um, just before building anything and working on it, you should talk to the team and understand the platform better and then make actions, because a lot of things might not be able to be undone.
Cool. So there's another
Isipa,
question
yeah.
from Thompson. And he says, after you have created the token and later you want to add more features to it, is it possible to effect such changes?
Again, at this point of time, yes, because we are not on the blockchain. But even after that, the features we'll have it. We at one point of time, the community features that you saw, we'll have an open API, and people can come and build their own features that they want to build on Unit Network. But that's still some time away. But there
Okay.
are things that you cannot undo. For example, like I just made a demo of Vikas token, but since we had not shared it with the token did not leave the bank, I was able to delete the token. I'm able to delete the quantity of the token. But even if I send out one token out, I cannot delete the token. Neither can I change the quantity of the token after that. So there are some features you can tweak. There'll be some features which cannot be changed.
Okay. So a question says, do we have access to the unit network vaults and tokenization as well? I guess that's yes.
Yes.
For the tokenization, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Vikas, he wants to know if the blockchain that is being built that you have talked about will be different from Polkadot.
So, because how it works is, so Unit will be its own layer one blockchain, like Polkadot. But what Polkadot does is, Polkadot considers itself as layer zero, and which allows you to come and build on top of its existing infrastructure. And the tool that you can use to do that is called Substrate. So Unit is being built on Substrate, which is powered by Polkadot. And the second feature that they give us is the security. Once we get onto the blockchain, once we transition into the blockchain and we want to secure our platform, we can tap into Polkadot's existing security rather than recreating our own security. They call the parachains. So that's how Polkadot functions. So we will eventually be one of the parachains on Polkadot. Right now, obviously, like we are still applying for, we're still building our blockchain, testing it out, and still early days. Yeah.
Really cool. I think it's really cool what Unit Network has achieved so far. And I'm looking here on YouTube, and there are two questions here. From Sahid, it says, how do I get people to buy my token? And do I really need money to create a token?
So you don't need money to create a token. Unit Network is free. There might be, once we're on the blockchain, there might be like a nominal gas element needed, which will be paid in, which will be the native token, because we are a layer one blockchain, will be Unit. So, but there's no cost for using the platform other than the gas fees. And how do you sell your token? Well, go through the ventures program, study in depth. How should your tokenomics be? How should you position yourself? How do you plan your business model around the token economy? And we're again, like, extremely and the regulations and legal aspect is something that you need to also consider when you're ready to launch your token projects. I hope that answered it. So Isipa has her hand up for a while. So Adama, why don't you
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll check that. There's also a question by the same person, but let me ask to unmute. So I have asked you to unmute, Isipa.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Very
Yes.
well, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you for the session. I didn't really understand some things, like the way he explained on creating a token, the process he did, and all. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I didn't really fully get it, especially for probably for someone creating a token, your first time of creating a token. And he made mention that there's some things that cannot be changed even after creating it and someone kind of invests in it, or maybe one of the token is already bought. So I don't know if there is a way to fully understand it, or probably where to read up for a new, because he kind of gave an explanation, probably a short explanation on it. But maybe for someone starting or someone who is yet to fully understand the whole creating of the token, anywhere to fully go read up, understand maybe a demo or something, a book or anywhere to read up, and then be able to understand what you are doing as a person that is actually creating the token. Thank you.
Sure. So Asipa, great question. There is not a lot of profound knowledge out there, but you need to find that knowledge. There are tons of content that you need to go through. There's not one right or wrong way, but my advice would be that just use this time to gain knowledge, gain experience, talk to as many people as you can in this space who have been in this space for a while. Don't be in a hurry to create and launch your token, but spend this time to understand what the space, because the space is also always evolving. It's like there's new concepts coming. So I don't know if you did the entire 6 weeks of Unit Masters, but if you haven't, I would highly recommend signing up for the next cohort and starting from week 1, go through. There's a lot of content that we've put together, which will hopefully add a lot of value. And like in my personal experience, I did the program twice as a student, and and I've attended like 6 to 7 cohorts, and there's still more to learn, right? There's still every day there's okay, I understand that now, because a lot of those concepts are like absolutely new and fresh. So just spend a lot of time in educating yourself, Isipa, I would say. And we do have the ventures program, which will deep dive in tokenomics. But if you're not ready for your basics, I think that will also not help you a lot. But so maybe do the masters again, which a cohort 15 is going to start in 2 weeks time. Monday, 6th of March, the registration's open for cohort 15, which is 2 weeks away. Agama can share the exact link on the Telegram groups that we are in, and hope that helps your learning in a better way.
Thank you, Ankur. I also wanted to contribute by saying that there are also videos from previous cohorts on tokenization that we would share later on. So students who are really interested in creating their tokens and understanding and how to go about it would recommend that they go through those videos and watch them, aside joining the Ventures program. So there is a last question here on YouTube from Oyuro, and the question says, can the token be created with a smartphone, or is it just with a higher device?
So at this point of time, with the current state of the platform, we can use it on our phone. But once the blockchain gets deployed, there will be a mobile first version, but that's going to take time. So
Great.
In the current state of Unit, you can create a token on your phone as well.
Okay. Awesome.
Because
so
it's a
once
Web2
we
app.
have the link for the Unit Ventures program, I'll definitely be sharing in the chat. So keep engaging in the Telegram chats. And so Vicas wants to know if coding knowledge is required to create tokens. And I think Ankur, I'd leave that to you. You're our presenter for today. Ankur, did you get the question?
Sorry, I answered it, then I logged off for a second. So was there another question?
Well, I can't find the question anymore on my side. I'm not sure why, but I did see a question here. And I guess the poster can resend the question in the chat. Okay, so it was Vikas who asked if coding knowledge is required to create tokens.
No, so because I just gave a demo, it was we are a completely no code platform. So what I did is exactly how anyone can create a token. That's the whole USP of unit network. It's I can't write a line of code in my life. I wouldn't understand that myself.
Great. Thank you so much, Ankur. Do we have any more questions? I'm sorry, it's about to rain, and if you're hearing the sound from my background, it's about to rain here. So do we have any more questions?
So I guess not, then we can wrap up. So congratulations, everyone. Please do finish your program. You can claim your certificate. Yeah, we said that, in 2 weeks, we're going to have the next cohort. So please do refer your friends, family. You're free to join in again. You can choose to become a study group lead yourself. It really helps you deepen your understanding and your knowledge better. Kama, over to you. Please take it away.
Thank you so much,
Thank you for
Ankur.
joining in.
Thank you for that informative session. And I think it's not goodbye from us, because we are building a strong community of blockchain and Web3 enthusiasts. And we believe that amongst our students here, we're going to have people who make a huge contribution in the Web3 space. And so I'd like to encourage every one of you to stay in the community, to continue to engage. And once we put out the link for the next cohort, I'd like to also encourage you to share the link with your family members, your friends, your children, your schoolmates, and just put out the word, get more people to come learn at Unit Masters. And I'd also like to say that the certificates for week 1 to week 6, all the pending certificates will be issued very soon. And so every one of you is going to get your certificates if you're eligible for it, of course. And so I don't know if Joy has anything to say. And Joy, if you'd like to say a few words, it'd be nice. And Melanie, yes. And so Ankur has said, sorry, Joy, we need Unit Master students to actually come on board as study group leads for the next cohort, so you can better guide those who are just coming in, and also help them better understand and break down concepts. So we're really looking up to you as our Unit Masters ambassadors and our champions to take up this commitment. Over to you, Joy.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Agama. This was a great presentation. I actually learned quite a bit. And as Ankur mentioned, that's the positive thing about taking this course multiple times, because each time you take it, even if you think you have received a lot of information, it's very true that when you take it again, because of the different speakers that we bring on each time, it adds to the information that you already have. So it's always a rich experience. So for that, I would encourage people to take the course again, as well as make sure to spread Unit Masters and invite people to take the course. We're starting again March 19th, I believe, is cohort 15. So definitely spread the word about that, and feel free to take the course again. As Agama mentioned, we are looking for study group leads. So, one of the things that I always say is, if you want to learn something, teach it. right? So that would be the next level. You know, when you're put in a position where you have to support other people in their learning, that's going to allow you to receive the information differently. So I encourage you, if you're going to take the course again, and don't feel like you don't know enough to be a support system for a group of people, because I promise you, there are people who have become study group leads their first time taking this course and done a great job. So you definitely can do that. So I encourage you to sign up to be a study group lead. You'll be receiving information in the student chat, as well as I'm sure by email, regarding the ability to participate as a study group lead. And outside of that, I just want to say congratulations to everyone. We're going to have our graduation ceremony next week. But thank you all. You know, this has been an amazing journey, I'm sure, for all of you. And, you know, congratulations for sticking to the end, you know, not giving up on yourself. And this is the reward. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Congratulations.
Thank you, Joy. I think that Melanie wants to say a few words. Melanie, please.
Yeah, I apologize in advance. I'm a little under the weather with my throat, so I won't say much. I'll just echo what Joy says. And the one specific thing I wanted to add is, as a study group lead, think of yourself as a facilitator. And as Joy was saying, you don't have to be an expert, but you're facilitating space, energy, and community for people to learn. And that's a great, great thing. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Melanie. And one last thing I'd like to say is that we would really love for every one of you students who completed the cohort to have your certificates by the graduation day. However, if you are not able to complete all the modules and request for your certificates before the graduation day, just know that you will still be able to get your certificates afterwards. I just wanted to put that out so you don't feel like you're not supposed to be there. As long as you have completed the modules and you have requested your certificates, if you don't get the final certificate before March 9, please come for the graduation ceremony. Would love to see you there. So thank you, everyone. That's all from my side. Thank you, Ansela. Bye, everyone. See you in graduation ceremony.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.